Hello everybody, this is the breakfast show Money Talk with SmartRobie. I'm your host Martin Wong. Now last night we all saw what we wanted to see, whether Dow Jones could have a correction or not, but it did fail and then it finally came back. Of course, the S&P 500 has fallen further. So this morning, as I was waiting for the market, I expect the market to actually drop, but it didn't drop and it actually did recover quite strongly. Last saw on the KLCI on the SmartRobie is up 11 points. And how are you today this morning? I hope my morning show find you well and good. So let's look at the headline as we go. Now, do share this video or live FB in your timeline if you find the information that we have provided will help others too. So that's good, and that's the only payment I have, and and we really want to help you all. Now, also don't forget to download a copy of SmartRobie from our Google Play Store and Apple Store if you don't have it, and it's totally free. And the more you share, the more free credit as you get. All right, now let's get on to our story, shall we? So I just hope you guys can share, and hopefully the audio is coming in nice and clear. All right, let's move on to our first story for this morning. Here is no other than, all right, interest rate cut. That's what's the title of this morning in here. Now, yesterday we were talking about interest rate cut. A lot of analysts. It's just that I didn't expect it to cut so fast. We just had one recently, MCO. I suppose one of the posts I did post on Facebook, which is true. The government really need you to borrow money. Am I right? They want you to go out and buy cars, want you to go out and buy properties, want you to go out and buy cameras, refrigerators, everything on loan. As a matter of fact, the whole country is on sale because we need your money to move to make what we call the money flow. If the money flow, everybody get work. So that's why for the cheaper loan, and it is really all-time lowest. The last time we had this was 2004, 1.75, and also the demand for the fixed deposit, I think many of you would know that is going to be less and less. That's why it sparks another round of rally. So it's no secret right now, what we've seen in the KLCI, why the market is going higher, because people are just taking money out from the FD. Have you done so? Have you taken money out and buy some good dividend shares, right? I will share with you some shares that is beaten down our favorite, but it's a bit scary, but it's pretty good to go. We'll see on the next story, shall we? All right. So do share this live FB in your group, and we really appreciate going forward. Now let's move on to the next story. All right. So the next story talks about what I just said, right? Is it a time to be looking at the banking stock? Now, this was carried on the HCO in the morning. Basically talks about the banks. Banks are usually the barometer of the country, or in this case, more like the KLCI. Now, if you look here, how do you use this? Okay, very simple. Let me just bring out the laser pointer, and it's going to teach you how to use this. Now, when we look at PB means price over book. The higher it is, the more expensive lah. And then ROE, you all know, isn't it? Return on equity. How profitable is it? Of course, in here you could see the one that really top out is public bank. Public bank are very very cut cost kind of thing, really focus on productivity, and that's why they have one of the highest ROE. Of course, things that is good is not cheap. So you have public bank in here, Maybank, CIMB, and the list goes on in here. Let's look at public bank, okay? And we have it up here, and let's see. This is one of those banks I do have, right? And it's one of those banks that pay. Let's look at the stock fundamental, of course, again. But unfortunately, all banks, to our Muslim friends, they are not Sharia compliant. So if you look over here, it scores a 4. A 4 ratings. That's very, very good. A 4 ratings, usually it's a good investment. I think at the low of the MCO, it went up as high as 5 right now. So I did tell people, look, banking stock, like it or not, it's not technology, it's not rubber glove. I think you should have a little bit, maybe just 10% of your exposure, because tonight is the portfolio I'm going to talk about too. So make sure you join me out a little bit more down the story in here. So it pays a 4% dividend, which beat buying or putting your money in fixed deposit in here. So right now it is fair price. You could see very fair price in here. 1756, closing price is 1740. So of course if the market do go back up, eventually $21 is the projected profit. That we really don't know. With the low interest rate that we are seeing going forward, because the country need your help, right, to go out and spend. So that's why I even said, no, eat out to help out, right? This is a slogan from the UK Chancellor, and I think we should all adopt it. Eat out to help out too. All right, let's move on to the next story that we have in here. So something you can think about at the banking stock. All right, so the next story, we talk about the stock market. Now, stock market yesterday, we have the interest rate. It came out at 3 p.m. and it reacted very negatively. So I thought, we should have a bit of selling because there was a 2-bar reversal. Usually we talk about 2-bar reversal, things that is generally negative. So, but this morning, let's take a look at the market for what it is now. Go back to the main menu and we hit the KLCI. Right, KLCI is pretty strong. Okay, right now it's up 9 points. You can see on the right hand side here, up 9 points. I think this bull want to jalan. That's right. Remember yesterday, those of you who came, the old high is very easy to remember, 1618. That's right, 1618. We are just only 2%, maybe less than that, depending how you look at it. I'm very happy. I think many of you would be making money. The question is, are you skillful enough, right, to pick the right stocks and have the right tools? I think it's quite important in here. Continue to follow all our live FP talk. It's completely free. It's very insightful, and we want to give you information that is difficult to understand in very simplistic manner. I do hope for your feedback, right, in many of this that you do, so we can really improve the show and the delivery in here. But what is really important, the highlight of the story, I just want to talk about it, is the return of foreign funds. Now, if you check with our Trade VSA, foreign funds, they really came back yesterday. I think for the 7th time in the last 2 to 3 months, just plus 80 million. So it pays dividend to have the foreign funds in your dashboard that you look at. So are we seeing this pause, or would there be more rally? Now, if you remember what I've talked about in the whole historical event of how KLCI will move, when the foreign fund start to come back to buy, you see this market going to push up. Now, we are seeing this evidence today with the 9 points up. Is it going to go up? But very interesting, yesterday we have 25 points down, isn't it? Foreign funds buy, Haha! So what does it mean? It means foreign funds are buying on corrections. Okay? Up today, maybe they don't buy. When correction, they go and grab. The foreign fund, not stupid. Okay, so take note. Now, also the analysts talk about the market heading to 1591, right? And soon going to 1600, all right? That's also on the July 13 Parliament in there. Now, let's go on to our next story that we have here. Now, the next story actually focus on, the same thing we're talking about, the coronavirus in here, but there's good news, all right? So far, this is the morning that came out on CNN, talks about, how bad in US is, California, Florida, except of New York. New York has sorted out the mess, and also the refusal of Donald Trump to acknowledge, he has to get into this on deep of things, but they are not. So instead of being deep of things, they are knee deep. All right, very, very knee deep, and they just hit a new record for the higher case. So that gives incentive why rubber glove should maintain high and intend to go high. But I'll have a story to cover about the rubber glove because it's one around. But the good news is, for those of you who are scared and lucky in our country, Malaysia, we've been so far escaped lah. We didn't have this very bad incident. Our rates are very low. But the vaccine, that's right, the vaccine. Sinovac is one of the Chinese thing. They have another one in UK, another one with the France. So what this news focus, I think just came out yesterday, is about the COVID-19 vaccine. They are going in stage 3, which I believe is the final stage. Normally stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Stage 3, I think they found out about 9,000 practitioners in Brazil. That's right, the healthcare practitioner will be subjected to this vaccine. And if this vaccine is good and is effective, then you'll see the rubber glove will taper off. So do take note. And then you'll see remaining of the sectors important. So this is something I always talk about yesterday, the rotational play. Try to take some profit already on your rubber glove. At the same time, these highlight on the left hand side by what we call the Anderson, Cooper Anderson here, will spark the rubber glove prices to go higher. But keep in mind, the COVID-19, and if you do not know what I'm talking about, do go over to the rubber glove talk that I have on YouTube, and I actually cover some of those inside too in here. All right, let's move on to our next story in here. Is similar on that because there is a relationship between the what we see the COVID cases and also in here. Now this story talk about the average prices. This is future everything future 2022, 2022, not even next year yet. So they talk about 2022, the average selling price will decline. And also one of the things that because this time there was so much consumption of rubber glove that they don't have time to restock. So that is one thing very positive, because remember we talked about in the talk last week about the lead time, the lead time that we have. Now go back and see how long it is. It's quite long. So a lot of hospitals will have to restock. But another good news is also they talk about the other industry are starting to buy it too, which means the hotel, the retailer, the people who sell baju. Now almost everybody buy rubber glove, because in the wild rubber glove is only used by healthcare. Now it's almost everybody. So you can see the demand has gone up. So people will also restock, which means there will be a continuous demand, but not as high as it now. So meaning, try, if you do want to buy rubber glove, buy back on the pullback, look at the technicals, look at the sign of weakness, something that we teach in our masterclass, and we do have a next intake coming. So here the story focus on 25% growth for this year, 15% for 21, and then 10% for 22. It's a steady decline, but of course the thing will trigger two tipping point. One is the vaccine, and the next one is WHO. So far WHO said the COVID-19 cases are accelerating, but when they say it's been contained, then you see rubber price will dip. But before that, couple of weeks it will start to dip first until the news comes out. Then that's where it's time to move on to another sector. Okay, next news also continue where we have AirAsia again, COVID related theme in here. It talks about the question which was raised because they just came out with the quarterly report. Remember we covered this too. So this recent report, I think about a day or 2 days ago, highlighted some losses, and also right now there are more liability than asset for this. So that's why AirAsia, you notice on your WhatsApp and on your mobile phone, they're already sending you message, buy ticket, isn't it? I got one too, and I bought some ticket already to get out for holiday in September or August. So I'm just hoping that this COVID thing, I'm able to travel. I'm sure many of you are also looking to travel outside of Malaysia for a short holiday in here, and definitely AirAsia fits into the bill. Okay, again, going back to national service, that we say go out and spend, travel. We have to, right now AirAsia talks about seeking for loan repayment delay. I know many of you have grudges against AirAsia, but just imagine if AirAsia go under, there's no more airlines, It's a loss for everybody. How many people are employed by AirAsia? Like it or hate it, it's important that we all go out and spend a bit. Don't just stay at home and cook and be thrifty. Go out and spend. So this story also talk about the group trying to raise 1.4 billion funding as compared to 3 billion by the analysts. So it depends who you listen in to. Remember, they did have 3.3 billion cash from the previously, but that's all going to be spent up because typically you all know that AirAsia was closed down, so the cash flow was important in here. All right, so next story talk about the chicken business. Chicken. Okay, so the next story is on chicken. So Leong Hup here has a revised upwards. Okay, now if you look at Leong Hup, okay, let's look at the screen here. LHI. Okay, it has a very nice upward charts in here. Okay, here on the charts, and just take a look. Okay, not this one. This is the KLCI. Oh no, this is the right one. So you can see from the day when just before the news. That's why the SmartRobie charts are able to get you in very early, somewhere in end of May, before this rise, which is around 70 cents right now to 90 cents in here. Now, why reason is because usually you'll see when the analysts, when analysts want to revise upwards, right, the stock will move on. I've seen this many times before already. All analysts, when they rise, the stock will 3 months before it will jalan one. So that's why we talk about understanding price and volume. Do what I say this makes sense or not? If what I say this makes sense, please type it in there. Because reason is when analysts want to write something, the market move up. And do you know yesterday, one analyst also contacted me. I told him this share, walao, this share went up yesterday, So I'm not too sure. I'll tell you, is it coincidence? You know what share was that? I'll show you, RCE Capital. Because basically we were talking about it, what share to write on. So I told him, hey, take a look at RC Capital. RC Capital, what is the stock rate? Okay, you can see, the ratings, 6 out of 8, right? So I told him to look for shares very simple, right? People haven't write about it yet, isn't it? You look for 6 or 5 and you discover it first at SmartRobie. So SmartRobie is very intelligent. So we look at this and I say, take a look at this. It may, because no one is covering it, it's a very low profile, and kaboom. Today, you can see yesterday, one line change. And you notice, right, those of you who study our masterclass, you notice the 3 green arrow. What are those? Those are what we call cluster of closes, isn't it? Right? Kaboom. And right now, we can see why it's doing that. Okay, let's look at RCE Capital. So, and that's something good. If you look at RCE Capital, going back on the chart here, it does pay a 5% dividend. Now, coupled with that on the demand for fixed deposit, this is something that we felt many of our members as well as the public can learn about volume, about price, about fundamental. When you combine this, my God, you are smarter than many analysts, and you're able to stay ahead or at least follow the smart money. All right, so let's look at RC Capital for today. This is a very good case. As I said before, all right, it's up 4%. Sudah jalan, RC Capital finally. So again, someone is going to write RC Capital very soon. That's right. Just like Leong Hup, you look at Leong Hup, a good case study. 3 months, who knows? RC Capital will go up to $3, and then people start to buy. But hear it first on the breakfast show. That's what Money Talk with SmartRobie, where whatever you learn will make you money. Okay, keep in mind, when you see me or whatever, Jay Martin, RC Capital, betul juga you cakap dengan Leong Hup. All right. So let's move on to our next story. Okay. So hope you learned that. Now, those of you who really want to learn more about VSA, I think it's one of the best gifts from Tom to me, and he shared with me. Tom is my sifu lah. Tom Williams, inventor of VSA. He said that go back and teach your fellow Malaysians. And they will make it. They will be profitable. All right, let's go on. And but take note of it. The report also talk about the lower revenue at 1.3 billion, much lower, and net profit around 21.8 million compared to last year 60 million in here. All right, let's go on to the next story, which is Vitrox, one of the technology company. Why I brought this story up? Again, same reasons. And like it or not, we have to buy on bad news. So it's very important that many of you who are first timer, you must learn to cherish bad quarters or bad news, right? Good news, someone else. The sooner you learn how to buy on bad news, you can see. So if you look at this, you look at Vitrox really have a nice run here. You can see today also up because of this news. Let's look at the stock comment in here. All right. You can see right now, you can see again, around the same time frame in May. Imagine just having the Pentagon Guider. So there is a Pentagon Guider, stock pick at the main menu. You can see it and you look at it. What are the stocks in here? Of course, not everything run, you can see. So this is where a losing quarter typically, there is a market pulse. That's where you want to get in. So you can look on the main menu. We really haven't focused on Pentagon Guider. We focus on Premium Alert because I want you to make the good win rates. The very good win rates on Pentagon, on the Premium Alert, which I'll talk about. So you can see here, Airport, Telecom, Dialog. Remember, Dialog was picked up by Kenangan. One of the analysts too say, hey, this is a stock you must buy. I think $4.30. So all start to move with you, okay? Ta'an and so forth, all right? Many stock pick inside there. So what I suggest to do, those of you who don't want to spend at night, the SmartRobie will be updated around 10 something. 10:30 should be updated, if not 11. Of course, early in the morning will be better. Some of you will have it. Or maybe if you feel that SmartRobie have you top up or share with others, then you get the free 200 credit over there, all right? So this is what we have so far. All right, let's move on to our next story quickly. And next story is no other than Premium Alert. Now, Premium Alert yesterday, what did we pick? Y'all remember? If you don't remember, let me re-jot your mind. Yesterday, we picked JCY, which is up 1.3%, and also MMSV. I tend to pick something that is more sector-driven, which is a technology sector-driven. Now, don't forget, SmartRobie also have sector in there as well in our trade VSA. So let's look at these stocks inside here. JCY, okay, just type JCY, hit enter. And we'll look at live stock prices in here. Let's see where JCY is. There you go. Okay, up 2%, not bad. Okay, good. So let's hit this and let's hit the trading wheel. My finger is very oily this morning. Okay, so JCY here, and we hit the stock chart. Okay, it comes out in here. Let's look at the market in here. This is the hourly chart, like very nice. I think this one will jalan. It's going to go up soon. Okay, let's go to the next one. Is MMSV. Okay, we'll also look at stock pick for today. Just bear with me. Okay. Okay. So we look at the livestock prices. Okay. So livestock prices. Whoa, up 3%. Cantik. So just now was 0, now 3%. Maybe they know Martin is coming out with a money talk show, so they buy early first. Just like I talk about RC Capital, okay? I hope they don't release RC Capital first. If they do, then you guys buy RC Capital, make some money first. Okay, let's look at trading view here. And trading view on MMSV. Okay, so you look at MMSV here, and you can see it's up 3%, pops up, and then came back down a bit. Still okay, in my opinion, looks pretty good. Right, you can see the railway track, something again we teach on that one. So let's look at the pick today. Now, if you can see the circle, the oval circle rate, it's Advcon. Okay, how do I know that? And I just can go on to Premium Alert. Now, remember, Premium Alert comes out 30 minutes. Every hour, okay, sorry, every half an hour. It has a different share altogether. Now, just once, hey, RC Capital came out, you see that not? 999296. This was the item number 11. Okay, so we already talked about RC Capital, we don't talk about it. Advcon is the one that I wanted, 5281. So hit 5281, hit live prices. Okay, we're going to look at the chart here. Now remember, some people ask me about the chart setup and so forth. Go over to the 80% win rate video, which I have on the next slide. That one, I have those rules stated in there how to read, especially those of you who just want to, take it simple. You don't want to come for any of our classes. You want something that is free and simple. Look at those setup and look at those rules in that 1 hour video tutorial. Of course, you don't have to go through the whole hour. I have a timeline on the YouTube. Hit that 34 minutes, okay? And you will get down to those rules. Save you time. I want you to save you time. I want you to have a good user experience when you use Trade VSA product as SmartRobie. If you don't share with me, we want to improve your user experience in here. So you can see Advcon sudah jalan, let it be, and just going to move up. Okay, let's look at the next share. Well, this morning we got a lot of very nice in here. So how do you look for it? One of the things that you want to look for is really look at the sectors first, okay? Sectors first. Now, things that you see hot, right? Like RGB is hot, right? Hot actually is based on our SmartRobie going out to the social media and pick up which are the one very popular in social media, okay, which everyone talks about it. So RGB seems to be very hot. Let's look at that one, 0031. But remember, it's 14.5 cents. Can be very volatile. I prefer those anything 40-cent one. PRG consumer product, Lotus. I think Lotus, you all know, right? They're coming out from the PN17, so very hot lah. PCCS in here, Hoa Genting also very hot. RCE, Sam Darby, not much of a choice here. I will look at RGB, okay, because this one seems to be hot. 0037 in here. Let's look at the stock price. Perhaps that's the one I will pick for this morning. Yeah, it's up 3.5%, so it's okay lah. We don't want it to go more than 10%. Because go more than 10%, no more meat already. All left for someone else. The smart money already taken it already. Okay. So yeah, I hit the wrong button. Let me come back here again. I want to spend a bit more time on the Premium Alert. I think that's where the value of SmartRobie will help you, right? Compared to the others. All right. The news is okay. Okay, let's see. Up. Yep, I got the chart up here. Okay, so RGB. Let's go to switch to daily chart. Ooh, this chart, I don't like it because a lot of clustering inside there hasn't really break up. No, I don't like this. Okay, try to avoid this. So that's why it's important to see those rules that you have. Now let's go back to the premium alert in here. Let's look at 6068 consumer product. Okay, hit that one. And 3.8%, 41 cent, at least 40 cent now. Okay, push it up. Go to the PCCS on the trading view. Now, those of you who are already subscribed to a trading view real time, you can see this. All right, this one a nice one in here. Pull back, nice one. You can see, right? You got spring, classic move. That's the one we're going to go in. So PCCS and Advcon. Okay, so we're going to review that tomorrow. Tomorrow there won't be any morning talk because I'll be away for full day conference. Because I also want to update my skill. So when I update my skill, I can share with you more too. That's for your benefit. So tomorrow, just take note, there won't be any breakfast show. So we'll skip one day. I'll be back on Friday, okay? So take note of that one. We'll come back to one. So those are the two stocks that I picked, Advcon and PCCS. Just take note. So Friday, we're going to come back and review it that. And let's move on to the next story that we have for you. Next story will be tonight. Okay, so make up for Thursday. I won't be around, so hope you guys can still do well on Thursday without me. So tonight is the furniture sector. I'm going to talk about furniture sector. I've done a bit of research on furniture. My team has done that, and we're going to be breaking down you what are the furniture stocks to look for, what are the demands, and what to look for. Because furniture, like it or not, Malaysia, right? Especially in Batu Pahat and Muar. Some of you are from. How many of you are from Batu Pahat and Muar? If you are, please type in there Muar and Batu Pahat. So at least I know you're from there. And this is a very unique city in Johor and also in Pago, where they built a lot of wooden furniture. Of course, steel also come in also they have in there. So we'll cover this tonight. So make sure you join me at 9:30. Do share this video so they will know about the furniture one. And furniture, in my opinion, offer very good dividend, especially those of you who are looking for yield. Since now fixed deposit not good and you don't like the banking stock because banking stock, so think maybe I want furniture a bit more exciting. Let's do it tonight. Okay, so I will share that with you now. So that's all I have for the morning in there, and thank you for coming. Now this is the 80% win rate video which I talk about it. So far it's been really great, thanks to you guys support in here. The rules are all inside there. You can see some of the stocks I picked before. I think Komat also start to jalan also because of PPE. All right, take note of that. And those of you who are not yet a Telegram follower, and if you are listening for the first time in there, just join our Telegram group. Lots of great information inside there, and we are constantly striving to improve ourselves for our services to you, especially for my team and myself to you, because you guys simply make great for us, okay? Because your feedback is important and your user experience is important too for that one. So with all I have for you, so I will see you on Friday for the breakfast show. There won't be any morning bell. Just take note of that because I'm going for a conference to update my skill. So must you all too. Right? If I'm updating a skill, so must you. So you can join our free talks or come for our masterclass, whichever you want to, whether it's free or paid, I'll leave it up to you. So with that, I'll see you on Friday, if not tonight. All right? So bye-bye and take care.